Three, two, one. Somebody and hello, I'm Brian Dalworth, 2022 NecronomiCon Providence Poet Laureate, and here I am with Brandon O'Brien, your new 2024 Necronomicon Providence Poet Laureate here, and we're here to open up the weekend here with some brand new poetry, or at least maybe brand new poetry for you, and to share with you the joys of speculative poetry here. If you want to say a couple of quick words to our audience.
Hi everybody, this is very new to me. This is my first time in Rhode Island. This is my first time at Necronomicon. Very excited to be here. I'm pleased to be a poet laureate of a genre convention. I'm very glad that that's a thing that people are doing, and I hope that it keeps happening at so many other places as well. We are so early ahead of the convention that the opening ceremonies hasn't even begun yet, and I'm very excited to get this week on the road.
Excellent. All right, so I am going to kick us off here with an example of how we read speculative poetry. All right, so this is a poem some of you remember from my collection De Monstra called A Discussion of Monsters. In America, monsters arrive through Ellis Island, or from the stars, or morning's rogue angels. In Asia, ghosts hop, hair long, eyes black, and young girls from Taiwan will squeal in terror at that lonely world, but laugh with disdain at Hollywood's soulless piles of pixels and latex signifying obsolete demons. Take it away.
This I'm going to read from Can You Sign My Tentacle is Lovecraft Thesis number 2. Violence makes good background noise for anything, even for knowledge. People suffer for knowing all the time in your stories. You know, the ones where something shrouded in shadow stalks the corridors between neon and dancing, with its eyes on everything gentle and its tendrils on everything glimmering. How dare you tell me this is somehow unfathomable? What is the block, child? What is it if not the night turning liminal, sliding into the dark upper sea where we hold back knowledge? It batters the bones of things that want to see beyond their horizon. It is the storm that walls off the new edge of the world, the barricade that blurs treasure or threat outside your reach. And yet, you still wish to know, to venture beyond fear's camp, to lose your mind in its gyre. The corner will cry in its usual way, cry copper and betrayal, cry having faith in what you know. But you will cross the threshold anyway.
Marcasia. Father was a tiger, drowned beneath the wheels. His fat was burned to light a torch, but there's no liberty here. Only the ashes of a village that couldn't evolve, where ghost grandchildren play with ghost grandparents, and the parents are nowhere to be seen at all. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? A delay of a day for an idea, a delay of a lifetime for the dead upon the ground. Look what remains. This hut hasn't the ambition of Ozymandias. This ox was no man's enemy. This crater was once a rice field, and what we have left to say would explode any minute.
Lovecraft Thesis number 3. The fact is, you are just a chalice for the ritual of melding truths. Your ribcage holds them badly, but you are. Because of this, the death you poorer historians have stored to ink is never the true suffering. It is always forgetfulness. Don't ever let them offer you the instability of your walls of thought. You can let each fear of forgetting fall against your tongue crimson like wine, like nebula dervishes rich with dreams, and in you is a chalice for them all, and you go running toward the fear and drink deep. Get lost in them. You love the way control fades. You are less fragile then than you suppose.
Something a little bit more hopeful, though, which is one of the weird themes that you actually see from time to time in the works of weird fiction authors. It's not an alien thing.
Mm-hmm.
On a stairway in Luang Prabang, step as you will through life, 1,000 ways, 1,000 places. Carry a home in your heart, or seek the door where your soul will always smile. Do you ease the way for others, or just yourself? Do you climb great mountains just to leave them unchanged? One day, the heights of Holy Fusi will lay in soft valleys, and we, only memories. But our children's children, will they too have reason to smile, like those dreaming strangers who finished their stairs for us? Which reads, of course, a little bit differently when you're working with the works of H.P. Lovecraft, but go figure.
And last, in the nature of hope, I will read one of my favorites. Because who she is matters more than her words. There is a wolf prowling in the stalks outside a black woman's Twitter profile, gnawing at the bark of unsheathed pencils and waiting to leap at an unsuspecting neck. Moonlight strikes the head of a rocket statue to trigger the pack. They howl and scrape at the spines of scary galleys with names they gutturally mispronounce for fun. But the heroine of this story just takes her first draft and rolls it up, throws the dusk to dawn lights on outside the house that knows itself, and swats some of the tykes on their noses till they scatter. Her neighbor puts up a warning. The residents here ain't the ones. The next HOA meeting makes a fence of bodies, gathers its own nets, immunizes its own from fatal ideas, puts buckshot in the barrels of their fountain pens. We will hear about another pack before day even breaks, best believe. But even our kids will know. We'll put pebbles in their slingshots as warning. They will tell stories in the cafeteria about how their mothers were good with the blades of pens, how they learned how to hold one early, how nobody could ever tell them nothing about who they were. And one night, when harvest night calls for starving wolves, those children will reach for their mother's weapons and cast light like there is no night.
Excellent job. Thank you. And so thank you everyone for coming to join us. A big thanks again to NecronomiCon Providence here in Rhode Island for bringing us both in and for giving us the chance to share with you what it means to be a speculative poet out there. What are some of the things you look forward to talking with everyone about this weekend?
I obviously am just pleased to find any opportunity to talk to people about poetry first and foremost, which is very funny considering none of the panels that I'm booked on include poetry, so that's going to be hilarious.
We'll just crash the other ones that do talk about poetry.
But I'm very excited to do more for speculative poetry as an art form in this space. I'm eager to talk some more about weird TTRPGs, because TTRPGs are also a space that I inhabit. And of course, some of the panels that I'm actually on are actually really fun. I'm going to be on a panel about weird architecture, so I get to nerd out about House of Leaves for an hour, so that's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome. All right, well, remember, check out his collection, Can You Sign My Tentacle, at Lovecraft Arts and Sciences this weekend, or you can, of course, look for it online. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Woo! All right, we'll see you soon.